Fuck is up, everybody? Bow. I didn't really think this one through, but just put a fresh zen in. I already got a spit. Yeah, I'm a spitter, not a swallower. Any hooser, we're just gonna gut it with water right now. So, good morning, everybody. Today is August 22nd. August 22nd. Sorry, a loud little car just pulled up to the neighbor's house. Today is October 22nd. It's August 22nd. Fuck, what was the last pod? I think the last pod was, who knows? Maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. I think we missed Friday. This weekend was busy. There was a wedding going on, all kinds of things. So today is Tuesday, following that Friday. The wedding was Saturday. So yeah, just been a super busy, hectic last few days. Anyways, we're here. It's morning. It's almost 7. Today so far, we've gotten up, took the dogs out, did some cardio, hit the elliptical for about half an hour, and just getting the day started. This is probably going to be a full hour. It'll probably be 30 or so, but we'll see. Got a few things to touch on. So yeah, I think first thing I want to get into, I feel like my camera might be a little crooked, but that's okay. One sec. It's probably super nice to watch. So let's get into it. I was, while doing cardio this morning, I think I get pretty deep into thought just in general, but especially when I'm doing things like cardio that are kind of excruciating and you're like trying to think of everything you can to like take your mind away from what you're doing so that it doesn't seem as long. And so I was just kind of thinking about a few things, and one of the things that popped into my head was haters. Yeah, we all got them. And I was kind of wanting to give, I guess, some reassurance to people out there that may be experiencing some hate from people. To me, it's almost a sign that you're headed in the right direction. When people start getting grumpy about what you're capable of, or maybe who you are as a person, haters are a sign. Haters are a good way to recognize that you're doing something right. You're upsetting people that are okay with mediocrity. And what it does is it reaffirms to them how much that maybe they self-loathe, or maybe that they are not what they wish they were. And so their anger and their hate is really just a projection of how they feel to themselves, right? Oh man, this fresh Zen, it's not an ad. Don't worry, we don't have ads here yet. But just put a fresh Zen in. The cinnamon sixer, kicking real hard. First little nicotine bite of the morning. Anyways, where were we? Haters. So, haters will do a number of things to try to derail your route, so to speak. Sabotage, fucking lie to your face, and try to be your friend, and do little things that will try to trip you up along the way, set booby traps, shit like that. And to me, it's almost flattering. It's like, wow, you're really concerned about what I'm doing. Like what I'm doing really bothers you. Like you are so not okay with what I'm doing that you have to take time out of your life to, rather than build yourself up, you want to try to break me down back to your level. Well, I got news for you, friend. One, not going to fucking happen, because the only direction I'm going is that way, up. And two, take a minute to really reflect on you, you know. A lot of people, I don't know. I'm very self-reflective. I try to be as self-aware as possible for myself, for the people around me. I feel that it helps in life to be self-aware, to kind of be able to read situations and to be able to understand yourself and things like that. And, you know, truthfully, I used to be a little bit of a hater myself until I understood what it was that I was doing and what it does in the grand scheme of things. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of what we got into last time, which was kind of like power of positive thinking, manifestation, shit like that. And so one thing to be said about like the haters and the hate that people that like throw around is like, it's kind of like the old saying that we learned in fucking preschool: treat people the way you want to be treated, right? Give the energy that you want to receive. And so if you're out there hating on a dude because he's flirting with the hot chick or something, you know what I mean? Like you're putting that energy, like you don't want to talk to hot chicks. You know what I mean? Like you're being so negative about that. You're putting that negative energy into the world, and it's gonna give you that. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get negativity. You're gonna fucking get sadness. You're gonna get fucking no hot chicks to talk to. You know what I mean? Like if that's the energy you're putting out there, you're telling the universe, you're telling God, you're telling the powers that be that you don't like that. And so, like I was saying, for me, I used to be a bit of a hater, and I went through a little bit of a growth phase years back, and really understood and kind of took a really big look at myself. And I think a lot of it comes from like a lack of confidence, insecurities and shit like that. And part of getting that confidence or breaking down those insecurities is putting in the work, getting up and working on yourself, not just going to work, because obviously that's not going to build you as a person. I mean, it can. There's parts of it that can help build you as a person. A lot of who I am today came from my career in the oil field. A lot of the guys that I worked with taught me a lot of lessons that I learned and took away from that, you know, and that helped me grow in life. But you, at the end of the day, are responsible for you, your feelings, your emotions, everything inside of you, you know what I mean? And you take in the information from the world and digest it and use it to shape who you are as a person. And for me, I was kind of a hater. I was grumpy towards people, towards people's success, towards maybe people getting promotions, or towards like dudes that were like dating hot girls that like hotter than, you know, the girls that I would date. I'd be like, oh, he's fucking probably such a douchebag, or, you know, he probably got a bunch of daddy's money. Who gives a shit? The whole point is to be positive, to appreciate other people's success, to treat their success the way you would treat your success. And then, in my mind, success will follow that. And that works in many different aspects of life and shit like that. But I just think it's kind of funny that people want to waste their time being grumpy about shit that I do. It's like, it makes me laugh. There's nothing that you can do that will ruin my day. Come at me, bro. Fucking dare you. I got nothing to fucking lose and everything to fucking gain. And I'm here for a long time to put in a lot of fucking work. So spend your time hating. You got like two fucking options, right? Call me, text me, hit me up, DM me, work with me. I'll help you in every way that I fucking can, right? I want everybody to be successful, especially the people I'm close to. And even if I'm not close, you just have some sort of inspiration and fire inside you. Let's fucking collab on something. Let's work on something together. Let's build something great for the people around us, for ourselves. But if you're going to fucking hate, get out of here with that, dude. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care how much you want to try to fucking derail my progress, dude. There's nothing you can do to fucking stop this freight train. And I ain't even done nothing yet. You know, that's the thing is like, I'm just getting fucking warmed up, dude. Like, you know, when you're at the fucking train station, it's like, just getting ready to start fucking going. That's where I'm at. I'm just building momentum. So, recap on that a little bit. Treat other people's success the way that you want yours to be treated. Appreciate it. A good example and kind of a little bit of an insight to like the way that I used to view the world and how I view it now is like really good example is Jake Paul, Logan Paul, those guys. People hate on them so much. They get so much hate. And I get it. You know, when you get to a level like that, there's going to be a lot of hate. And there's going to be a lot of people that, you know, just hate on what they've done, what you've done. Excuse me. And I used to hate on it. Like, hate on the success. Like, oh, they probably fucking did this, or they probably fucking did that. You know, using excuses. Like, giving myself excuses for their success. Which seems so fucking backwards. I want success. I want to be wealthy. I want to be successful in business. I want to have a big, beautiful family. I want to have success in every aspect of my life that I possibly can. So why would I put out hate into the universe towards anything that resembles success? Doesn't make sense. And so back in the day, I used to kind of be negative towards that. I used to have a little bit more so of a negative mindset. But honestly, through years of work and self-growth, I feel like I'm at a better place now. I'm not exactly where I want to be, but and it's not like I'm a huge Jake Paul, Logan Paul fanboy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really give a fuck about them. I think what they've done in business and in life has been fucking crazy. Like, to listen to Jake Paul talk about what he's visualized and how he's manifested this shit, it's pretty insane. And, you know, you don't have to, it's kind of like when you have a fucking boss that's an asshole, but he's a good boss. I mean, he knows his shit, you know. It's like you don't have to respect that person, but you do have to respect the position. And that's kind of how it works in my mind with success and hating and shit. It's like, dude, you don't have to love the guy. You don't have to fucking be a Jake Paul or Logan Paul fucking huge fanboy, but respect the work they've put in, because they have put in a fuck ton of work. And yeah, they've reaped the rewards from that work. But again, I mean, they're just a couple kids from fucking Ohio. You know what I mean? And it's pointless to fucking hate on shit like that. So anyways, don't be a fucking hater. Ugh. Grow up. Shit's pointless. You know what I mean? Sorry. She'll get warmed up for the day. Okay. Next on the agenda, we're going to cruise some headlines here. We're going to take a peek at the news. Let's see what we got going on. Oh. I don't even know if I want to get into that. I guess we'll get into it. The first headline. This is a Fox News headline. Motherfucker. Gosh dang. There we go. This is a Fox News headline. And not that I'm partial. I don't really give a fuck. I don't get my news from any of these sources. But we're cruising headlines today. So first headline is Biden provokes fury with joke during tour of Maui wildfire. I saw a little clip of this yesterday, and you know, I don't even know what to say about that. It's super fucked up. I feel like I'd get my ass beat if I was over in Hawaii and laughing at what happened. You know what I mean? I think it's really disrespectful. I think as the leader of the nation, you should try to have a little more empathy than that. There's a lot to be said for this whole event that's happened. You know, God bless the people that have lost family members, lost pets, lost property. There are many people that have been affected by that fire. God bless. It's brutal. It's super brutal. And for the leader of the nation to be over there and laugh at it, super disrespectful. It's sad. It really is sad, man. I mean, these people, this is probably the most significant life-altering event that a lot of people that this happened to. It's probably the biggest event in their life. The most catastrophic event, the most painful event. It's probably the most life-changing event these people have been through. And the fucking president of the United States is there laughing, making jokes. Come on, man. It's me, it's Barack Biden. Shout out to Kyle Dunnigan. Fucking hilarious. Anyways, not going to get too much more into that. I just wanted to read that one because it was at the top, and it's pretty heavy-duty shit. Again, it's just disrespectful. It's embarrassing that the leader of our nation is cracking jokes at huge catastrophes that people of his nation have been affected by. You know what I mean? Super weird, but there's a lot more to be said about that whole scenario, and not to mention the politics behind everything. And let's see. I'm kind of curious about this. There's a guy, Vivek. Now, I just recently learned about this guy. Vivek is running for president. Let's see. Vivek Ramaswamy, I believe is how you say that. Okay. This article, another Fox News article, basically saying that Vivek was already a millionaire when he accepted Soros money, George Soros. And essentially what they're saying is it looks like he accepted this Soros award to pay for law school. So Vivek is a Republican presidential candidate, and he states that he was already a millionaire by the time he accepted the Soros scholarship. He previously said he needed it in order to pay for law school. Curious why you would need to pay for law school with a I'm guessing a grant, or doesn't say yet whether it was a grant. I would imagine it was some sort of grant. It was an award, so he must have done something to win it. And so it's kind of a funky one. Those of you who don't know, George Soros, go look it up. Go look him up. Him and his shit is fucking ridiculous. And he's been known to fund people to shape narratives and shit like that, shape culture and society. And he stated it pretty publicly that he's, WEF, shit like that. Just go look into it, and then we'll talk more. But so Vivek accepted a $90,000 award from the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowship for New Americans, which is funded by Daisy and Paul Soros, the late older brother of liberal billionaire financier George Soros. So Paul and Daisy are brother and sister-in-law to George Soros, and they awarded Vivek $90,000. So maybe it's just happenstance. Maybe it's just closely connected, and so maybe that's what people are getting all up in arms about. Let's see what this says. He is saying here, okay, so there was a separate scholarship. This is in quotations, Vivek says. There was a separate scholarship that I won at the age of 24, 25, when I was going to law school in my mid-20s, in my early 20s, when I didn't have money, and it was a merit scholarship that hundreds of kids win. That was partially funded, not by George Soros, but by Paul Soros, his relative. Okay, so kind of just recapped what I had just said. So yeah, it's his brother. It's George Soros' brother, but, you know, that's kind of like, nah, I don't want to get into that. It's just fishy. Soros has been known to fund all kinds of like district attorneys, all kinds of fucking lawyers, politicians, all kinds of shit. And so it's really interesting that a Republican candidate has received money at a point in his life, $90,000, which is more than a lot of people make annually. I mean, that's a good salary, $90,000. So let's see what else. I'm trying to bail that guy. So I guess there's not much more on this. We'll kind of wait to see how that develops. Interesting, though. You know, I had a little bit of a conversation with a friend of mine over the weekend at a wedding. I'm not super political. I personally believe I'm pretty libertarian. A lot of the views that I have are a little bit more conservative, but I share a lot of liberal views as well. So, you know, I think a good happy medium is libertarian, you know, ideals. I'm kind of the opinion, just kind of like, let the states have the power more so, leave us the fuck alone, let us live, you know, type of thing. Ooh, give me a sec, guys. Every now and then I get a little bit of the hunger pains about this time of the morning. Anyways, so a friend and I were talking, and I asked his opinion on Vivek Ramaswamy, or whatever, Ramaswamy. I had seen a clip. I think it was Vivek and Patrick Bet-David. I can't remember who exactly it was. No, it was. I saw Vivek answer some questions asked by I believe it was a transgender person, or somebody from the LGBTQ community, and he answered their questions in a way that I thought was really awesome. I really appreciated his views, his mindset on the whole thing, and so I was at the wedding, and I asked a friend of mine who I know is moderately involved, and I value their opinions. Most of my friends, I do value their opinions, and so I like to ask and share information and share knowledge. And he had pointed something out that is kind of interesting about Vivek. He is running as a Republican now, but a few years ago, there's clips of him saying some pretty interesting things that have to do with a little bit more liberal views and things of that in the world. Now, I haven't done my own research on the subject yet, but I'm curious to see, you know, if this is all just kind of for show. Maybe, you know, politics are really hot right now, and I think you can build a large following, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of hard to say, like, if people are just doing this for for the right reasons or for doing it for clout, or if they're really going to be the leaders that they say they're going to be. I know that that's pretty standard issue with politics is, I mean, we all joke about it all the time, but it's real shit. These politicians lie to our faces. I mean, they get up on stages and say that they're going to do shit, and they don't, you know. Sorry, I got a sneeze coming on. Fuck. Whew. That's good. Anyways, oh man. Got to get moving soon. Woke up a little earlier than normal today. I think I woke up at like 4:45, and was just like, fuck it, let's get to cardio. Let's look at this. This sounds like a fun headline. Oh, I was always a little burpy after working out in the morning. Okay. All right. Pretty interesting headline here. So I'm going to get through this headline, and then we'll wrap it up. And then I got to pee. So basically, the third headline for the day is the Coast Guard rescues man stranded on Bahamas for 3 days after his sailboat broke down. This is, so the man was rescued from Cay Sal, which is between Florida, Cuba, and the Bahamas. Okay. This is another Fox News article. Louis Cassiano wrote this guy here on August 21st. Okay. The U.S. Coast Guard rescued a man Friday that was stranded on the Bahamas for 3 days after his sailboat broke down. The crew of Coast Guard cutter Paul Clark rescued the man on Cay Sal, the Coast Guard said Monday. Kind of read that like a fucking idiot, sorry. They spotted a man who fired flares into the sky from his boat. Always keep flares. Flares are fucking handy for a lot of different things. They're proud. They saved the man's life. This case serves as a perfect example of why you must have the proper safety equipment on your vessel, such as flares. Without seeing a flare, they may have not had a successful outcome. So just goes to show that, anything can happen. If you're going to be going out to areas where there's a chance that you might be miles away from anybody and need to be rescued or something, like, even if it's like for-buying, like taking trucks off-roading or four-wheelers or dirt bikes, if you're going miles somewhere where even if you're a half a mile away from somebody and you're lost, like that's enough to be lost, and you could just be lost forever. So having something like flares or some sort, even a gun, something to get some attention to you is a really good idea to have around. Flares are great. Flares are kind of a standard, like, hey, I need some fucking help over here. And they're not very expensive. They're very versatile. I think you can even get them wet. So, carry flares, man. This guy got his life saved. He was stranded for 3 days on an island. And if it wasn't for those flares, man, this guy would have been dead. Almost guarantee it. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad he got rescued, man. That's pretty incredible. I would definitely hate to be that guy, but at the same time, thank God he got rescued, man. That's insane. Well, guys, with all that being said, I think that's my cue, because I got to go do some shit. Oh, fuck. Ugh. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. I think I'm going to try to do more of these episodes at the house, in my office. That's where I'm at now. Still going to be doing episodes at my office in Anchorage and with Jed and stuff like that, but Trying to get my setup a little more dialed in here so I can do a little bit more of these morning episodes after the workouts and shit, kind of like I used to. But yep, just growing slowly every day. Yeah, hope everybody out there is doing good. Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Trying to think of something inspiring to say. Be great. It's easier than you think. It takes work. It's hard, but be great. We all have the capacity to do it. Reflect on yourself and become great. Well, guys, I know that wasn't very inspiring, but that's about as good as it's going to get for the day. My mind is going a million miles an hour in every direction as far as the rest of my day goes. So I am going to hop off of here and go get after the rest of my day. Again, love you guys. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I'll be bringing you guys some more episodes here soon. So stay tuned. Thanks. Stay victorious. Later.